Mercedes Orthopedics, we believe that for every challenge, there is an answer. Grit, strength, focus, willpower. That's how we rise. That's how we win. Whatever is standing in front of your goal, we will take it down together. This is your victory. And you've earned it. At TCO, less pain is your gain.
Why is everything at Qdoba so good? 'Cause we grill it, slice it, smash it, spice it, shred it, flip it, squeeze it, dip it, braise it, melt it, and saute it. Pour it, cook it, eat it, ate it. Roll it, cut it, mix it, roast it, press it, dice it, top it, smoke it, build it, salt it, pit it, scoop it, fresh it, toss it, and we do it in-house every day at Qdoba.
Need a new driveway, sidewalk, or patio? Jensen Decorative Concrete has hundreds of colors and patterns to choose from. Call Jensen Decorative Concrete now through Wednesday and get free stamping with the purchase of a colored concrete project. 952-210-2692.
Hi, I'm Emily Rome-Welter with Edina Realty, and I'm here at Chaska High School with the varsity football team. I thought you might want to meet the captains. We are missing Ethan Perkins tonight, but let's meet the rest of the captains.
I'm Reese Turner, and I play running back. I'm Leo Smalley, I play right guard and defensive end.
I'm Caleb Rector, and I play left guard and defensive tackle. I'm Andrew Schaefer, and I play slot and tight end.
Just like the Chaska football team, the Rome real estate team is built on a tradition of excellence and hard work. So I hope you enjoy the games this year. Let's cheer on our Hawks and have a great season. Soar Hawks.
39 degrees and breezy here in Chaska, Minnesota. It feels like 33, but we are playing football from Chaska High School. Apologize for the brief technical difficulties as we work to get our camera back online. Here we go, and it's a return for the Hawks, who lost the coin toss, but benefit off of the Armstrong decision to defer. Chaska will get the ball and start things off from their 37-yard line after the Harmson return of about 30 yards. Ryan, Paul, Mike Schmidt with you here. Apologize for getting to you a little later than usual, but nevertheless, it's week number 6 of week number 7, Mike, of Chaska Hawks football. Hard to believe, isn't it?
It's going quick.
Chaska's penultimate home game of the regular season brings the Armstrong Falcons to town. Mike, a challenge that Chaska has not been tested by this year, an undefeated 6-0 Armstrong team.
Yeah, but I think we're catching them at the right time. This is a heavy air raid team, likes to throw the ball, best players at wide receiver, so it's good to catch them late in the year.
Jamarius Courtney, Chaska's top stat leader, starts at quarterback for the Hawks in week number 7 here, as he has the first 6 weeks. He hands off to senior captain Reese Turner on the first play of the ball game, who gains 2 yards.
Yeah, nice little, just a little quick starter here for the Hawks. Quick give to Reese Turner. Expect to hear his name a lot tonight. Ball control is going to be the name of the game for the Hawks as they try to limit this high-powered Armstrong offense.
Turner coming off of a 22-carry performance against Orono a week ago tonight. More on that later. He gets the ball here again on second down. Scampers up across the 35 and is finally brought down just shy of the line to gain at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, Turner got a kind of a slow start to last game. He finished with 220, as we mentioned, but that was aided by a couple big runs late in the game. We're going to need to hear his name a lot more often in the first half here for the Hawks to have a lot of success.
Going to be a lot of heavy movement around this Armstrong defensive front. We'll see what Chaska and Jamie Susner, the offensive coordinator, have dialed in here tonight. Third and very short for Chaska. Courtney out of the shotgun, hands off to Turner for the third time in 3 plays. Turner barrels across midfield, gains the first down, and on senior night, Reese Turner has 3 carries and a first down.
Yeah, good hard run there for Turner. Armstrong likes to run kind of a modified 3-3-5, almost a 3-5-3 at times. It kind of depends on the situation. But that's a good defensive matchup here with the Hawks. They got a bunch of big guys on the offensive line ready to move bodies here for Chaska. And Armstrong only goes 3 down linemen with those 5 linebackers.
Feels like 33 here in Chaska tonight. Light crowd, late arriving crowd maybe here on senior parent night. Turner gets the ball once again. He's pushed outside, gains the edge, and Reese Turner's up across the 40. And well into Armstrong territory. He's finally brought down on the far side at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, you mentioned pregame Armstrong being 6-0, them representing kind of a different challenge. As I do mention, like on offense, they do rely quite a bit on the big play. They like to get the ball going through the air. On defense, they've had a lot of success, but they haven't necessarily run into a team that runs the ball as hard as Chaska. They have played Waconia. They've played Chanhassen with 2 great running backs, but they're more speed-based. Reese Turner's more straight, north-south runner, and hopefully Chaska can find some success.
Chaska's 2 losses this year being Waconia and Chanhassen, and both victories for Armstrong. Back a couple weeks ago, they beat Waconia 34-29. Check that was Chan. They beat 34-19. Sorry about that. Beat Waconia in week 1, 35-14. So 2 quality wins. Obviously, Waconia, team that runs the snot out of the ball with Max McAnally, they can also beat you through the air. And Chanhassen, we saw what they could do when they beat Chaska earlier this season on the road.
Yeah, the Chanhassen Armstrong game was kind of weird. Both teams went on 21-0 unanswered runs. Armstrong just kind of outlasted them in that one. Chanhassen made a mistake by kicking the ball late to Tucker, number 6, who we'll see on offense for Armstrong, who's one of the most electric players on offense in the state.
Drew Kemple, star middle linebacker for Armstrong, tags out of the blitz formation. They hand off to Turner up the gut once again. First down for the Hawks.
Yep, this is the recipe for success for Chaska. Keep the ball on the ground. Use Leo Smalley, use Caleb Rector, Derek Prentice up the middle, as well as Lorenz. Just use those big, heavy bodies. So working on the 3-man line. Linebackers have decent size right now for Armstrong, but not as big as Chaska's O-line, so hopefully we can have some success there.
Mentioned Reese Turner's monster game against Orono 1 week ago. 22 carries, 235 yards, and 2 scores. Averaged over 10 yards a carry against the Spartans last week. Courtney in the shotgun once again. Option. Turner gets it again, and he's swallowed up at the 35. Kept pounding his legs, though. Needs to get a little push there from his line.
Yeah, head coach Brian Dahl, offensive coordinator Jamie Susner are going to be completely content with taking 4 or 5 yards every single first down. It keeps them in third and manageable, keeps them out of a situation where they might be making a mistake via the air. You mentioned the weather's a little chilly. It's a little gusty out here. So Chaska is going to be content with just pounding the rock up the middle.
The smoke from the Booster Club grill on the north end of the stadium is wafting over the Armstrong end zone.
Kind of looks like Utah at night.
7:37 first quarter. Turner off tackle once again, spins around and gains 4, maybe 5.
Yeah, it looks like that's 4 more for Reese. He's probably going to end up, if this game stays the way it's going and Chaska can keep it close, ground and pound, Turner's going to end up this game with about 30, 35 touches, which I know the coaching staff would be extremely happy with.
Chaska comes in 4-2. Both losses, as we mentioned, to Chanhassen and Waconia, Carver County rivals. Hawks are looking for a win tonight to secure a home field advantage, or a home game at least, in the first round of the section playoffs. At least they'd hope. A loss tonight would not necessarily knock them out of that, but would jeopardize it. 3rd and 3. Option, Turner to Courtney to throw. It's going to be close right at the sticks. They're going to mark him short. Reception made there by Chaska's number 32, Xavier Harvey.
Yeah, Harvu's kind of another Swiss Army knife along with Schaefer. He plays that up back position. A lot of it's more of an unsung job than a lot of high school players would like. He's that up back who does a lot of lead blocking. Reese Turner owes him a couple sodas and maybe a lunch for all the blocking that Harvey has done for him so far this season.
Kind of squeaked out of that slot position, as you said. Hawks will go for it on 4th down. First time we've seen the heavy set from Turner, and this is going to be close. Head linesman has it right at the stick. We're going to stop the clock. Might have to measure this. It's going to be close. Armstrong thinks they have it. And no, they're going to call him short. Armstrong football. So the Hawks heavy set on 4th and 1 fails, and Armstrong turns over Chaska on 4th down.
I'm trying to get a better look at where the yardstick is right now.
Looks like it's at the 28.
Yeah, the
they might have been just short. Well, it looked like you can see the linesman there went just beyond it.
Yeah, they ended up bringing it back to the 29. So Chaska with a unfortunate break there. Going with the heavy set, direct snap to Turner. Something we used to see a lot with Steve O'Klotz a couple of years ago. Kind of gone away from it. They did utilize Jack, help me out. Jack.
Sorry, I was talking
No, it's okay. The running back last year.
Handoff on 1st down for Armstrong. Up to the 35 and no more. We'll see a lot of Armstrong both on the ground and through the air. Jamin Malone, their star quarterback, 6-foot senior. 99 throws on the air, just shy of 800 yards through the air. Also has rushed for close to 300 yards.
Yeah, Armstrong does have a good balanced offense. A lot of their talent is stacked on that offensive side.
They'll hand off on 2nd down to Reggie Carter, senior running back, and he gains nothing.
Yep, good job there by, looks like Caleb Rector got an arm on him, wouldn't let him go. Rest of the Hawks linebacking core coming in to finish the job. Good job there by Caleb Rector, big nose.
5:26 to go. Quick moving first quarter. Chaska first drive stalled after quality Reese Turner running attack. Armstrong stopped him on 4th and 1.
Armstrong got away with some movement there.
Sure looked like a false start. Broken play. Jamin Malone gets free up to the midfield line, and he's forced out of bounds there by Chaska's Harmson, and it's a 1st down for Armstrong.
Yeah, Chaska's coaching staff giving the refs an earful here after that late call. False start. Looks like the left guard move there for Armstrong.
Veteran officiating crew tonight. Got a couple of college referees working this one, so Brian Dahl will plead his case, as we know. 1st down run for Carter, no gain.
Another good stop there by the Chaska defensive line. So Armstrong kind of does. They lull you to sleep a couple runs up the middle. Carter does. He is a good running back in his own right. He's got over 600, almost 700 yards on the year.
Malone to throw for the first time. Deep shot, looking for Tucker, and he hauls it in at the 10. Marquand Tucker, senior wide receiver. Gain of 40 and a 1st down.
Yeah, Marquand Tucker is one of the most dangerous players we're going to see all season. Head coach for Chanhassen, Cullen Nelson, said he was the fastest player in the state.
Armstrong, hurries to the ball at the 5. So it's actually a gain of 45. Malone to keep it. Malone into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons.
Yeah, tough start here for the Hawks defense. Obviously, a couple runs up the middle, don't give up too much, but then the big play to Tucker. Tucker is going to be the #1 threat for this Armstrong team. Like I said, probably the fastest player in the state. He's the one who returned the kick that ended up being the difference maker in the Chanhassen game where Armstrong ended up pulling that one out. Tough start here for the Hawks. And Ryan, you mentioned a stat here about the first quarter scoring for Armstrong.
Chaska has not allowed any first quarter points coming into tonight. Armstrong has scored 95. That's a very high number through 6 games.
Yeah, slowing down their attack early is going to be something big. Obviously, we gave up this quick touchdown here with 4:20 left in the first quarter. Going to have to go back to the drawing board, regroup a little bit, and figure out how to stop Tucker.
6'5" kicker, Cade Bird, his extra point is good. And for Marquand Tucker, he's got 23 catches for 422 yards. So tack on 45 to that now, and he gets Armstrong within scoring territory. Jamin Malone's first rushing touchdown of the year, according to the Star Tribune, on 46 attempts. And Armstrong's on the board first. For the first time this year, Chaska's a lot of first quarter points.
Yeah, Tucker doesn't catch a ton of passes. He's kind of in the mold of almost a Devontae Smith, the Slim Reaper. He's got a very similar build where he's about 6'1", 165 pounds, very slight, but extremely quick, extremely fast. He'll catch 2 to 3 balls a game for about 80, 90 yards. So that's what we've seen already here so far. Chaska's going to have to recover. It looks like someone's coming off the field here for the Hawks.
Hawks will hustle on Wicker to replace Myler in return position. Not sure if Myler has an equipment issue or what.
Seems to be okay. Myler, obviously one of the safeties on the defense, a veteran leader. Maybe they just want to get a little extra time with him.
Low kick line drive, hauled in by Wicker. Returns that to 7, and here comes Wicker. Wicker's free at the 50, and he's finally wrangled down. Flag comes in late on the sideline. This is going to be a sideline infraction against Chaska, so it'll back it way up. Brian Dahl is irritated, but it's a Wicker return for 50 yards. It's going to be backed up, though, with the sideline infraction.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened on the sideline here, but it was so far away from the play. It had nothing to do with it. It's very frustrating. Coach Brian Dahl is extremely unhappy with his coaching staff as well as the players. Yeah, we're not even going to be able to get a look at it. Wicker with a great return, though. I've mentioned it before, the pitch runner on the baseball team this past season. So he's obviously got great speed. So we'll see. Looks like they picked it up.
Yeah, it looks like they'll just give him a warning.
Yeah,
I think is how that works.
Which is kind of standard. You get a sideline warning initially, and then after that, everything gets called. So it's going to be something to keep an eye on here going forward.
4:10 to go first quarter. Chaska and Jamarius Courtney trot out for their second offensive possession. Courtney standing at his 50. Counter play to Turner. Turner's getting the call a lot tonight. He gains 5 before he's finally pushed back, and we'll get some yardage tacked onto that after Turner was thrown down aggressively after the whistle.
Yeah, Armstrong will get a little chippy. We had our freshman game last night, and there's a lot of smack talk going on the field. A couple personal foul calls, and a lot of that where just after the whistle throwing somebody down. Tends to happen on both sides. Once it starts to happen, it tends to be a trend. So the ref setting the tone early here to try to avoid that going forward.
15 extra yards courtesy of Langdon College. Wrangling down Turner well after the whistle. Chaska, who's huddling 30 yards behind the play, will have a long trot up to the football. Been informed you were looking for Jack Boyle's name.
Yes, I was. Thank you very much. I actually picked it up, but we were past the point. Mike's my guy, too. I can't believe I forgot Jack's last name.
1st and 10 after the big gain for Chaska. Quick throw over the middle. Schaefer, and he's easily in. Touchdown Hawks. What a play from Chaska. Dump pass over the middle, and we got a flag on the sideline.
And it looks like we're going to get a sideline violation.
So this will be interesting because the flag came in from the line judge on the sideline. We had one earlier in the possession against Chaska's sideline. It was issued just a warning, though. Looks like there may have been a coach down on the sideline.
I think it was Jamie Susner.
And we'll see what happens here, because if this is issued after the play,
So I think they're going to pick it up because now Minnesota State high school rules do allow coaches to go down to the 15-yard line.
Okay.
So they were out of the box clearly, which is okay, but you can go down to the 15-yard line now. They're having a little conversation, and yeah, so it looks like we'll be okay. Yep, Schaefer scores there. That's a quick what we call a tight end pop. We run it's what we call our Oregon fake give up the middle.
Yep.
Like to run it consistently up the middle, and then you get that opens up that pop. So nice job by Schaefer.
Seen Chaska run it successfully a couple times. First time we've seen him score on it though this year, and it puts him on the board. Hawks tie things up at 7. Andrew Schaefer's 3rd touchdown of the season, and his passing touchdown number 4 for Jamarius Courtney on the season.
Yeah, I'm going to say just Andrew Schaefer, the entire Schaefer family has been so important to this program for the last several years. It's great to see him score here on senior night. Awesome answer by the Hawks.
Hawks had the linebackers over the middle fooled for Armstrong, as we see on this Cotton Orthodontics replay. Jamarius Courtney just a quick pop pass for 6.
Yeah, great job. Great answer there by the Hawks. Much needed. Obviously, the Falcons got off to a hot start, marching down the field and scoring 7 quickly, so it was a great answer for Chaska. Quick trigger by the near sideline referee.
Yeah, veteran officiating crew here tonight for sure. I'd like to give a big shout out to Ryan DeSalt and the team at Five Guys, located at Flying Cloud Drive and Eden Prairie Drives in Eden Prairie. Five Guys provides their great handcrafted burgers and fries to help feed our players during the season. And Mike, you and I know they really love that. Next time you're hungry, stop into Five Guys. Myers will boot deep for Chaska. With 3:36 to go here, Tucker is back deep to return for Armstrong, and he will. Stutter steps at the 15. Tucker looking for a hole up the middle, and he finds one. Tucker's loose. Tucker to the 35 and turns on the Jets at the 40, but he's tripped up there. Ball came loose. Kicker recovers it.
Saying he's down.
Quinn Myers came over the football. They'll say Tucker was down, though. He was shoestrung, tackled by the kicker, and the kicker came up with the football. Quinn Myers. And the referees are going to say that Tucker was down by contact, and Armstrong gets away with one, 1st and 10.
Yeah, I'm frankly shocked they kicked the ball to Tucker. I don't think they'll be doing that again as close as he was to getting that one loose. I'm going to anticipate they go back to the pooch. He's not the guy to kick it to. Obviously, like I mentioned earlier, Colin Nelson said that you can't kick it to the fastest guy in the state, and Chaska just did that.
1st down. Handoff up the middle for Carter. Short gain.
Yep, short game there by Carter. Chaska's having a lot of success so far stuffing the run, limiting anything, which is a big thing because they're going to need to help support their DBs in the passing game, specifically with Tucker. So being able to free up those linebackers with the defensive line taking care of the run is going to be huge.
2nd and 7 after the 3-yard gain. Malone rolls out, throws over the middle, caught by Tucker. 1st down.
Yep, Tucker just found a soft spot in the zone there. Chaska came out in the cover 2, and he sat down and found an open spot, and it was a nice pass there by Malone.
Some replacements coming in here for Chaska on D. Armstrong keeps up the pace. Handoff. Carter got free of an early tackle. Gains 4 on the play.
Nice running job there by Carter. Spun out of the first tackle. Chaska's going to have to swarm tackle to go get him. Obviously, he's not an easy guy to bring down, but they did a good job of limiting the damage there on that near side run.
Harmson, the tackler, he's got 32 coming into the night. We approach the 2-minute mark here in the 1st quarter. Toss play, left side, Kevin Johnson. 1st down and more. Sophomore running back Kevin Johnson, 5'8", 170, 62 carries on the year coming into tonight, catches the toss and hustles up for a 1st down.
Yeah, he kind of works as their change of pace back, somebody they like to get the ball to in space outside as they just did. Not going to see him run up the middle too often.
There'll be a 5-yard penalty against Chaska for jumping over the line. And Chaska's shooting themselves in the foot here early with the penalties. Well, I guess there's been 2 no-called penalties, but got to clean it up a little bit from all sides.
Yeah, Armstrong's working a little too quick here. I've got to get all my takes out too fast here, Ryan. I'm not used to it.
150 and rolling. 1st quarter. Ryan, Paul, Mike Schmid with you here, Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. Crosses body, throws Malone. It's hauled in on the near side by number 16. That's Priest Jones, junior, reception for Jefferson.
Yep, that's going to be good for a first down.
Check that, it's J.J. Wilson in 15.
Armstrong's back inside the 20 again.
First and 10, ball is spun out of the 15-yard line.
Malone really throws the ball well while he's moving.
6-foot senior, 180.
Looks every bit of 180.
14 throwing touchdowns on the year. Misdirection. Handoff up the middle for Carter. Gains a couple.
Yeah, good job there by Chaska. Obviously, you got to honor the speed of Tucker there on the outside as they fake the toss to him, but handling that toss was a good job. Caleb Rector, one of the senior veterans, he's seen basically everything as a D lineman, so good job by him to stay home and make the play.
Under a minute in this chilly first quarter from Chaska. The final regular season home game this year for the Chaska Hawks. Glad you've tuned in on this Friday night on the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. Malone to throw. Overshot Tucker on the far side. Tucker had space on the sideline, but ball landed between him and the pylon, incomplete.
Yeah, just a slight overthrow there. Davion Butler, he's going to have a tough task. Obviously, Tucker so far this game has worked primarily from the slot, matching him up with our safeties. Butler's he's one of our better athletes, so he's going to have a big game to slow down Tucker.
Ball's on the 11, 3rd and 7 for Jack Nagan and the Armstrong Falcons. They'll pass into the end zone, broke it up. Marquand Tucker had 3 defenders around him, couldn't haul it in, brings up 4th down.
Yeah,
nice thrown ball.
Yeah, it was a good thrown ball. I think Tucker might have just dropped it. I don't think he was expecting it to get to him. Waddle does a good job of dropping back in coverage, gets a hand up in there, and then Davion Butler, as well as who's the other far side corner? Is that Harmson over there? No, that looks like that is number 9.
Ellis.
So Noah Ellis did a good job of pinching as well. So good job by the Chaska Hawks defense to limit the damage.
Field goal try coming up here for Armstrong. Cade Berg on to kick.
Extra point. Yep.
Here comes Chaska. Harmsen's free. Harmsen up the sideline. Harmsen off the block. Kick. He's forced out of bounds at the 30, and the Chaska crowd is electrified.
Yep, I was just about to say, Ryan, the extra point went in extremely low. Great job by Chaska to recognize that, go on a full field goal block there off the edge. I didn't see who it was. It might have been Harmsen. Noah Ellis. Great play, back-to-back great plays by Noah Ellis.
Springing up from that right edge position, blocking the kick right into the hands of Harmsen, who returns it for 60-some yards for the Hawks.
Yeah, those are the types of plays you're going to need to make when you got an undefeated team coming into your house on senior night. Noah Ellis, senior, big-time play. Proud of that young kid.
Huge momentum change for Chaska, and the crowd is into it. The students are on their feet and cheering, hoisting those fathead signs provided by UPS. 20 seconds to go, first quarter. Hawks working right to left to the north side. Courtney after the sudden change. Hands off for Turner. Turner breaks a tackle up across the 30 to the 20.
Yep, 11 yards in a cloud of dust there for Turner. Keep working that. Make those linebackers become undisciplined. That's how they scored on the last drive. They got the tight end pop because the linebackers were feeling run. Chaska's going to have to continue to have success with the run to be successful through the air.
After one quarter of play, Chaska 7, Armstrong 7, but the Hawks are driving after the block kick. We'll be right back with more from Chaska High School. The Hawks would like to thank Unrestricted Marketing for the continued support. Unrestricted is a creative marketing fulfillment warehouse that'll bring marketing minds and creative leaders together, create breakthrough campaigns for great companies, brands, and people. Visit unrestrictedmktg.com to learn more about how they can help you. Thanks to the folks at Caliber Collision, located at 1324 Crystal Lane in Chaska, for their support of Hawks football. With 32 locations in the metro area, Caliber Collision is there to handle any of your collision repair needs. Visit www.calibercollision.com for the services and locations. Floyd's Bar and Grill is the home of the best live patio music and dining, and they're proud to support 2022 Chaska Hawks football team. Stop in for a cool drink or delicious meal 7 days a week in downtown Victoria. Start at quarter number 2, Mike. Here come the Hawks. Handoff for Reese Turner up the middle. Good hole made by that Chaska offensive front. If you're just joining us here as we start the second quarter from Chaska High School, both teams have scored once. Chaska just blocked a field goal, and Austin Harmsen ran it down for 60-some yards, and here come the Hawks inside the red zone, Mike.
Yeah, Chaska's doing a great job with that little inside counter. They like to move Leo Smalley. They like to move Caleb Rector. They're two big veteran guards, the seniors, and they've done a good job of paving the way for Reese Turner here so far. So let's see him punch one in and take an early lead here, Ryan.
Once again, Ryan Paul, Mike Schmid with you here, Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. Watch chbn.com, free to watch. Last time we'll see you here for this regular season. Courtney hands off once again to Turner, and he's strung down aggressively at the 12-yard line.
Yeah, Turner might have gotten the first down there. I don't know. We're going to see. Looks extremely close. I think he might have missed a hole, though. He had Caleb Rector pulling. Might have been able to get in for 6 if he'd have seen he tried to bounce it outside. And let's see if we're going to.
That'll be short. Yep. Call him short. It'll be third and 1, maybe a short one.
Third down, 1 to go.
Just over 1 minute into the second quarter here. Keeper. Courtney tucks and gains the first down and a couple extra.
Yep, good play there. Anytime you need a yard or two, Courtney's typically good for it. He gives a little hesitation, lets Reese Turner lead the way, and he goes and gets 3 or 4. Good decision making so far here by Courtney. He hasn't been asked to do too much, which is always a good thing for the Hawks. They like to simplify things on offense as much as possible, but he's done a really good job.
First and goal from the 9 for Chaska, looking to take the lead for the first time tonight. Handoff Courtney to Turner, close to the goal line, marked down at the 2.
Another good play there by the Hawks. They're going to have a second and goal here now from the 1. Reese has done a great job of taking care of the ball. Obviously, we saw the late fumble last game, but it's obviously somebody the coaching staff trusts. Reese is asking for a mulligan. He wants the same play. He wants to go get it himself.
Courtney at the goal line, stuffed.
Yep, I'm okay with that play call. Obviously, Turner's been cooking a little bit, but get it down to, we got inches here left. Chaska's just got to punch this in. They got 2 downs to do it. I would anticipate a barring disaster. They're going to go 2-down territory here.
Third and a couple strands of turf to the end zone for the Hawks. Courtney joined by Turner in the backfield. One of them's going to get it. Turner bounces it outside, and he's in.
That was such a good run by Reese Turner. I can't tell you how much discipline it takes to have that patience on the goal line specifically. You know you only need 6 inches. His initial burst was stuffed, but he was behind his own guys. Instead of trying to turn it into Horvu's back, right there he hesitates a little bit, and he's able to bounce it outside and go get in. Reese Turner, that a baby.
Following the pulling Leo Smalley and the Harview, Reese Turner's 8th touchdown of the year puts Chaska in the lead. Krause's extra point is good, and it's 14-7 Chaska. Hawks have scored 2 unanswered touchdowns after Armstrong came out firing on their first possession. 8:45 to go, and the Hawks are on top.
Yeah, 10-point swing there, Ryan, in the last 3 or 4 minutes. Great job by Noah Ellis to set the tone coming off the edge, blocking that field goal attempt. As I mentioned, the extra point came in low. Hawks coaching staff saw it, did an all-out blitz, was able to get it. Great run back for Harmson, and the offense did the job of punching it in. Good job for the Hawks. Now they're up 14-7, and we just got to go.
Benefiting off of the takeaway on the blocked field goal, like you said, Mike. An annual hotspot for Hawks football fans. Heartbreakers Bar and Grill has outstanding burgers and pizza. They have great drink specials as well. Heartbreakers is located in the Chaska Commons, so get off the couch and stop by after the game to enjoy some delicious food and beverages on the patio. And yes, the fire pit and heaters will be turned on a night like tonight. They absolutely will be.
I bet my winter gloves and my extra pair of socks I've got on right now, Ryan, that we won't be kicking this one too deep.
Well, I'll take them if we do boot it deep. I'll tell you that for free. 8:45 to go, second quarter. From Chaska High School, Ryan Paul, Mike Schmidt with you here. Brett Johnson and Todd Grover behind the scenes. Boom! Pooch kick from Myers. Received at the 30, and the 30-yard line monster tripped up the Armstrong. I got to stop saying Jefferson. The Armstrong returner, Gideon Brecker.
Yeah, Chaska's coaching staff will be completely content if Armstrong's starting position's anywhere beyond the 35, specifically if they can limit the ball in Tucker's hands. Good job by recognizing something that could have been an issue if they had allowed it to be.
Wind is picked up here, Mike, coming from our backs. That'd be west to east.
I can feel it.
Yes.
2 hot chocolates at halftime delivered up to the top booth if possible.
Closed circuit, Tony Schaefer. Toss play, wide side for Johnson. Kevin Johnson gains 4.
Yeah, quick little hesitation option there.
Chuck that, it was Carter.
Yeah, Malone's not going to do too much with the ball, so I'd like to see them sell out to force him to turn that ball inside. We've got 2 great inside linebackers in Perkins as well as Davion Kaiser to clean that up. So hopefully we can force him inside next time and limit the yardage.
This is Johnson now. First down. Good pop of 6 for Kevin Johnson, who averages 4 yards a carry, has 248 yards and 62 carries through 6 games.
Yeah, he gave us headaches on the freshman squad last year, so kind of expected to see his name.
Sophomore stays in the game here on 1st and 10, plunges ahead for his average of 4.
Yeah, they don't typically run him too hard up the middle. Like I said, he's more of a scat back build, but he's done a good job of turning his legs and gaining yards. Chaska's going to have to slow him down.
7:43 to go.
Second down, 6 to go.
2nd and 6 for Armstrong. Movement on the Chaska front. Didn't cross the line, though. Audible coming in from the Jack Nagan coaching staff on the Armstrong sideline. Up the middle for Johnson, 3rd play in a row. This one is good for a gain of 2, but no more than that as the Chaska defensive front pushes Johnson back.
Great inside push there by the Hawks. Good job of moving the line of scrimmage backwards and limiting any damage that Johnson could do.
I like your idea with the hood there.
Yeah.
See if I can fit it around this headset. I can. Under 7 to go.
Little different look here for Armstrong going 4 wide.
Malone has nearly 800 yards passing on the season, and he's going to be sacked. On 3rd down, Chaska's defense gets to him. Big play made by the Chaska defense. Rector the sack, Wadle in there too.
Yep, Rector the first one home. He is absolutely dominating the middle of the line in the line of scrimmage. Great job there by Caleb Rector. Wadle getting home as well. Good to see. Anytime Tucker's on the far side, we're going to walk down our outside linebacker on the opposite side, and he's going to do his best to generate a lot of pressure. We ask a lot of our outside linebackers in this defense, and so whoever's on the Tucker side is going to have to operate in space, and the other one's going to have to go get after the quarterback to limit any time he has.
6'3", 285 Rector overpowered Angelus Matthews. The offensive tackle for Armstrong. This is a short punt Takes a fortuitous bounce for Armstrong, and it's hauled in by Wicker, who returns it for 4 yards up to the 31.
Yeah, a little bit of a dangerous play there by Wicker. I'm sure the coaching staff's going to have a little conversation with him, maybe tell him to stay away from that one. Looks like that's exactly what's happening. But he did a good job of picking up a few extra yards here, giving Chaska a decent field position.
With friends, the family, or for your team after a big win. From the classic hub furnishings and finishes to fresh recipes and authentic smiles, everything at the
Fresh, clean environment greets you as you walk into the Chaska Laundry Center. Friendly attendants are there to assist you with all your laundry needs. Check out www.chaskalaundry.com for more details.
Good stop there by the Hawks.
1st and 10 for Chaska. Following the punt, Courtney hands off once again. Turner gains 5.
Yeah, Reese had all sorts of room there at the line of scrimmage to operate, and he was able to go get 4 or 5. It looks like 6, actually. Good start there by the Hawks. The Chaska offensive line has done a great job so far of dealing with all of the movement that Armstrong generates by having 3, 4, 5 linebackers in the box at all times.
5:21 to go here in the second quarter. Things not getting any warmer up here or down on the field. Derek Hansen splits out wide for Chaska. Check that, it's Aiden Fontaine as well as Wicker on the near side. 2nd and 5. Handoff, Turner once again. Chaska just going to continue to plunge up the middle there with their star running back, Reese Turner.
Yeah, that's one Jamarius might have been able to keep. I don't know if it was a called give there, but typically that's a read play. I think Courtney might have had a little bit of space to operate on the outside. As I mentioned with Armstrong, they have the 3 down linemen, and they've got about 5 floaters that operate within the block or within the box. So everyone's going to start keen on Turner because of the success that he's had on 1st and 2nd down. That should open up things for Courtney to maybe pop a big play.
4.5 to go. Fontaine once again splits out wide. Schaefer will settle in the slot. Wicker near side below the numbers at the 40. Schaefer in motion. Handoff for Turner. Head of steam across the 40 and to the 43. It'll be a 1st down for the Hawks.
Yeah, Chaska gave a little bit of a different look there. First time we've seen any motion in the backfield. Schaefer coming back, giving it an option look, forcing the outside linebacker for Armstrong to honor that, giving Reese a little bit of extra space to go get that 1st down.
Turner coming off that big night against Orono, getting the majority of the workload here tonight once again against Armstrong. Shotgun snap, handoff for the senior captain, and he's bear hugged back to the 45. Nice defensive play made there by Armstrong stud Drew Kemple.
Yeah, Kemple made a nice play. There's not a lot of guys that can tackle Reese Turner from behind like that. Chaska hasn't really opened up the passing game too much. We saw the tight end pop that got him 7, but Armstrong's just got some great athletes on the outside edge. We haven't called his name yet, but Cordero Wilson, number 1 here, corner on the near side, heading to Western Illinois University. He's a big-time player, so I don't expect us to challenge him too often.
Schaefer in motion. Like a confusing snap count there. Schaefer will get the toss, though. And he's just unable to outreach the outstretched arms of the tackle by Reed Slansky.
Yeah, a little bit of a broken play there. Looks like not everyone knew the snap count on the offensive line. They all got off to a little bit of a slow start. Schaefer wasn't able to get anything going on the outside. Good discipline there by the outside backer there, 23.
Stanzlowski actually on the tackle as we cross under 2.5 to go first half here.
Yeah, first time Chaska's in a 3rd and long situation. It'll be interesting to see what the coaching staff draws up. Looks like they're going to call a timeout here. At least wait till the clock gets down and then they'll call a timeout.
Chaska band prepares for their halftime performance. I saw a video on Twitter, Mike. The Chaska band was out here this morning in the snow preparing. It was snowing this morning, had snow on the golf course.
Yeah, it looked a little cold.
It certainly was, I can assure you of that. Can also assure you that the team at Patriot Exterior Solutions are skilled holiday lighting technicians who handle jobs both big and small. They've worked on a multitude of holiday lighting jobs, from single-family homes to large complexes and business communities. You can trust them with your full-service holiday lighting needs this year. Twin Cities Orthopedics is trusted by some of the biggest names in sports, and they bring that same level of care to athletes of all ages here in our community. No injury is too small. Walk into any of TCO's 8 orthopedic urgent care locations, open 8 to 8, 7 days a week, including in Waconia. Visit TCOMN.com to learn more. TCO is proud to support Chaska Hawks football. Presenting sponsor tonight, the Rome team has helped thousands of families expertly transition into a new home. Emily and Jan are known for their service, integrity, and results. They partner with clients to prepare, price, and sell their homes. Whether you're buying or selling a home, put the Rome team to work for you. Go to RomeTeamRealEstate.com to learn more.
Conveniently located in the Chaska Commons, open 7 days a week. The Blends Chaska.
Interesting opportunity here, Ryan. It's going to be interesting to see what we do. I would expect maybe a quick hitch to the far side of that short side. I don't anticipate.
Courtney rolls out, being pursued.
That's
Spikes it, it's picked off. No, they're saying it's incomplete. Courtney was looking for Schaefer, checked that wicker on the near side, spiked it into the turf, thankfully, because there's your guy, Cordell Wilson, nearly with the pick.
That's exactly why I was looking to a hitch to the long side, or to the short side on the top of the screen. Jamarius Courtney's had a great season so far. We have seen the few mistakes he's made have come on rollouts. They've come on little hitch routes where he's thrown it to a linebacker. We've seen it in 2 consecutive games. So it's good to avoid a little bit of trouble there.
Wilson back deep to return for Armstrong. This is a good punt off the leg of Andrew Schaefer. It bounces inside the 5-yard line, and Chaska pins Armstrong deep.
Yeah, Schaefer's got a touchdown playing tight end, and now he just delivered an absolutely beautiful coffin corner kick. 50 yards to the 5-yard line, rolls out of bounds, stays out of any trouble. Great job there by Schaefer.
Under 2 minutes to go, first half. Once again, want to remind you, watchchbn.com is where you can find tonight's game. You can find Chaska Hawks volleyball throughout the season, or archived and throughout the season as well. You can watch any Chaska Hawks football game going back, what, Mike, 4 years now?
I believe so.
Hawks basketball going back to 2016. Watchchbn.com. We got a lot of stuff on there that I think any Hawks fan, wherever you are, will enjoy. Armstrong through the air, tossing to Tucker. That's Malone. And Tucker hauls it in for a modest gain of about 6.
Yeah, those 2 plays on the last offensive possession for Chaska were huge. Obviously avoiding the interception and then putting them down inside the 5, because we know how explosive this offense is. Davion Butler and Miles Myler have a big task here with handling Tucker, so it'll be interesting to see if they give them any additional help.
Armstrong going hurry up here, not something Chaska's been forced to see a lot so far this year. Stepping up in the pocket is Malone, looking downfield for Tucker, and it's broken up by Miles Myler. Check that, Austin Harmson.
Yeah, great job there by Austin Harmson. Tucker moved to the outside in that play, and Harmson's probably Chaska's number 1 corner. Actually, I would say he is Chaska's number 1 corner. Going into this game, I figured he'd be tasked with maybe shadowing Tucker, because Harmson's been so good so far this year. They've trusted their safeties to operate with Tucker in the slot so far, but Harmson was able to pinch down on that one and make a great play.
Nicely thrown ball once again by Malone, who's shown he's impressive through the air raid this year.
Yeah, specifically on the move, he's been great.
Stepped up in the pocket there, looked like a college passer. 1:21 first half. Snap right into the handoff to Carter. Reggie Carter, first down for Armstrong.
Armstrong's going to call a timeout here. Actually, it looks like they're going to go.
3 timeouts for Armstrong, and Jack Negan elects to continue the hurry-up offense. Chaska, some late subs coming in.
Ball is spotted on the Falcon 21-yard line.
Personnel lines up. 60 seconds left. Snap. Quick throw. Fade route along the sideline. Cade Berg standing at 6'5", hauls it in with ease. First down. Caught it on top of Jeremy Forrest, the 6-foot junior. Got 5 inches on him, and he hauls that one in easily.
Yeah, Cade Berg, doesn't catch a ton of balls either, but he is a big red zone threat, and he's obviously very dangerous on those fade routes with his size.
Clock stops as Berg went out of bounds. Berg's 15th catch of the year. Pressure on the quarterback. Malone escapes, but he can't get rid of the Chaska defense. Big sack. Caleb Rector.
Big time play there by Caleb Rector yet again. We've called his name I don't even know how many times already so far tonight. Forcing Armstrong to take a timeout there. Big time play by Rector to stop it, to keep the clock running and tackle him inbounds and get the sack for a loss.
Rector breaking off of his matchup there with Joe Longren.
I should know this where Rector's committed to, but I'm not sure if he's committed yet.
Tracking down Jamin Malone. And it's a sack and a timeout for Armstrong.
Yeah, Rector's been the most important player on the field here so far. His work on the offensive line has been nothing short of dominant, and on defensive line he's generated so much pressure. He's got a pair of sacks here already in the first half. Senior showing out on senior night.
Senior and parent night. Seniors and their loved ones were honored ahead of the game tonight. I want to thank once again Tony and Michelle Schaefer for everything they do for Chaska Hawks football, and Keela Rector, who's been great to work with on all of the advertising materials. So we have 44 seconds left here. Chaska and Armstrong still one score separating them. Hawks have a 14-7 lead following the touchdown from Jamarius Courtney.
Yeah, Caleb Rector obviously 6'3", 285, but fun fact about him, he actually played quite a bit of halfback for our freshman squad when he was 4 years ago. And he was also one of the fastest kids on the team, so he's just a great athlete all around. Reese Turner in as a pass rusher.
48 ticks left. Screen pass for Carter. He gains the edge, and after starting 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, gets up to about 4 beyond it.
Yeah, it was sniffed out quickly by Ethan Perkins. Senior captain, middle linebacker, was able to force him out of bounds along with Noah Ellis.
Ran off just under 7 seconds and smartly gained the sideline. 3rd and 6 in the shotgun. Malone looking to throw. Over the middle, caught by Berg. And Berg is brought down after the first down at the 37-yard line. We'll stop the clock momentarily. Armstrong going to hustle up to the ball. Berg's second catch of the night, second for a first down.
Yeah, Harmson now is traveling with Tucker.
1st and 10 for the Falcons.
Nice pitch and catch there.
Clock winds at 25. Rolling out is Malone. In the backfield, steps up, throws off his back foot, and nearly was intercepted. Dangerous throw over the middle. It was an athletic play by Jamin Malone. Luckily, it spiked incomplete for the Falcons.
Yeah, good job there by Forrest in the coverage. Wrapping up Berge, was in his hip pocket the entire time on that little drag route. Jeremy's someone that's come on late, and he's been really impressive at the corner position.
I've seen a lot of that from Jamin Malone, that fake counter rolling out off his backside, Mike. That's something that Chaska would have prepared for coming into tonight?
Absolutely. The good news is Armstrong hasn't had too much success running the ball, so they don't necessarily have to honor that play action. We saw it a lot last week where they can kind of pin their ears back and get after the quarterback because they've handled the run so well.
Falcons go 4 wide. Malone has Carter in the backfield with him. He'll pick up a block. Ball's tipped over the middle, and it's picked off. Interception. Austin Harmson, his first of the year. Hawks football.
Big time play there by the Hawks. Austin Harmson, one of my favorite players in the program. Absolutely love that kid. Diving catch. Fun to watch. Chaska's come up huge in several big spots, and that's why they're up 14-7 right now.
Big play by the Chaska defense to tip it over the middle. Who got their hand on it? It was Caleb Rector, and the pick for Austin Harmson.
Big time night for the seniors here.
33-yard line.
So Chaska capitalizing off of 2 sudden changes. The blocked field goal earlier, which they scored on, and they now have 13 seconds. It looked like they may take this one to the locker room, but definitely with the momentum, Mike. The pick for Harmson and the football keeps Armstrong from tacking on any points. Hawks go into the halftime break with the lead.
Yeah, absolutely crucial that they were able to get this stop there because Armstrong's getting the ball coming out of the second half. You cannot give up a score and then have them come out and get the ball back in the second half. So Chaska takes this 14-7 lead in off a couple big-time plays, big stops, and just playing smart football. Really proud of the kids so far tonight.
Touchdowns for Chaska from Schaefer and Turner. Both were unanswered after the score from Malone. We have 15 minutes of halftime coming up. We'll join you again for the third quarter after these messages from our proud sponsors. You're watching Hawks football on CHBN.
Twin Cities Orthopedics, we believe that for every challenge, there is an answer. Grit, strength, focus, willpower. That's how we rise. That's how we win. Whatever is standing in front of your goal, we will take it down together. This is your victory. And you've earned it. At TCO, less pain is your gain.
Why is everything at Qdoba so good? Because we grill it, slice it, smash it, spice it, shred it, flip it, squeeze it, dip it, braise it, melt it, and saute it. Pour it, cook it, eat it, ate it. Roll it, cut it, mix it, roast it, press it, dice it, top it, smoke it, build it, salt it, pit it, scoop it, fresh it, toss it, and we do it in-house every day at Qdoba.
Need a new driveway, sidewalk, or patio? Jensen Decorative Concrete has hundreds of colors and patterns to choose from. Call Jensen Decorative Concrete now through Wednesday and get free stamping with the purchase of a colored concrete project. 952-210-2692.
Hi, I'm Emily Roan-Welter with Edina Realty, and I'm here at Chaska High School with the varsity football team. I thought you might want to meet the captains. We are missing Ethan Perkins tonight, but let's meet the rest of the captains.
Well, I'm Reese Turner and I play running back. I'm Leo Smalley, I play right guard and defensive end.
I'm Caleb Rector and I play left guard and defensive tackle. I'm Andrew Schaefer and I play slot and tight end.
Just like the Chaska football team, the Rome real estate team is built on a tradition of excellence and hard work. So I hope you enjoy the games this year. Let's cheer on our Hawks and have a great season. Soar Hawks!
Cities Orthopedics, we believe that for every challenge, there is an answer. Grit, strength, focus, willpower. That's how we rise. That's how we win. Whatever is standing in front of your goal, we will take it down together. This is your victory. And you've earned it. At TCO, less pain is your gain.
Why is everything at Qdoba so good? Because we grill it, slice it, smash it, spice it, shred it, flip it, squeeze it, dip it, braise it, melt it, and saute it. Pour it, cook it, eat it, ate it. Roll it, cut it, mix it, roast it, press it, dice it, top it, smoke it, build it, salt it, pit it, scoop it, fresh it, toss it, and we do it in-house every day at Qdoba.
Need a new driveway, sidewalk, or patio? Jensen Decorative Concrete has hundreds of colors and patterns to choose from. Call Jensen Decorative Concrete now through Wednesday and get free stamping with the purchase of a colored concrete project. 952-210-2692.
Hi, I'm Emily Roan-Welter with Edina Realty, and I'm here at Chaska High School with the varsity football team. I thought you might want to meet the captains. We are missing Ethan Perkins tonight, but let's meet the rest of the captains.
I'm Reese Turner, and I play running back. I'm Leo Smalley, I play right guard and defensive end.
I'm Caleb Rector, and I play left guard and defensive tackle. I'm Andrew Schaefer, and I play slot and tight end.
Just like the Chaska football team, the Rome real estate team is built on a tradition of excellence and hard work. So I hope you enjoy the games this year. Let's cheer on our Hawks and have a great season. Soar Hawks.
$14-7 After 2 quarters of play from Chaska High School, the penultimate home game for the Hawks this season brings Robbinsdale Armstrong to town. Mike, we've seen one half of play. Chaska has the lead on the undefeated Armstrong Falcons.
Yeah, they've played Chaska football. They've controlled the ball on the ground, took their shots through the air successfully, and played great defense. Honestly, this game's been dominated on the line by the Hawks, which is what they needed to do. Caleb Rector, Leo Smalley, Preston Lorenz, the 3 veteran seniors on both the offense and defensive line have done a great job. And the DBs have corralled these explosive wide receivers for the Falcons minus the first drive. So it's been a really good start here for the Hawks. They're going to have to keep it up, though, because we know that the Falcons can score in bunches.
Jamin Malone scored on the first possession of the game for Robbinsdale Armstrong. And since then, it's been all Chaska, really, Mike. It's Andrew Schaefer had a great touchdown reception over the middle on a little drop pass. And then in the second quarter, Reese Turner had a 1-yard plunge in for the score. So where we stand, Chaska has 14 unanswered points since that first drive of the game. And Hawks are hoping to hand Armstrong their first loss of the season. Chaska looking to really lock up some a home game in the playoffs, which would be, a week from Tuesday, Mike, I think,
yeah,
right?
I believe it is. Yeah. So, I mean, obviously the scoring plays have been huge, but there's been some just smaller plays throughout the course of this game that have been really important. The big-time punt from Schaefer, as well as the tip pass from Caleb Rector that was intercepted by Harmson to slow down the Falcons.
Myers boots it deep. This is a short one. This is dangerous, and falling ahead for it. Boy, that's one you worry about almost from a safety standpoint. A really short pooch kick up in the air, fielded by Armstrong's number 27, Rector. And from there, Armstrong will begin the first possession of the second half.
Yeah, I'm sure the coaching staff's going to have a conversation with him on the sidelines about maybe throwing that hand up, getting a fair catch call. He did a good job of protecting himself by getting down immediately. Good job by Chaska special teams there, though, by executing that little pooch punt or pooch kick and avoiding any disaster by kicking the ball deep to Tucker.
Avoids disaster, but it also gives Armstrong some decent field position to start things out here in this third quarter.
Yeah, the coaching staff's always willing to sacrifice that. This has been something that Coach Dahl's been using for the last 5-6 years.
Just underway, Ryan Paul with you, Mike Schmid partnering with me tonight, Brett Johnson and Todd Grover on the controls here. Chaska Hawks football on the Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. This is Reggie Carter. Breaks the 45-yard line, going to come up just shy of the line to gain, and it'll be second and short for Armstrong after the 7-yard gain.
Good opening play call by Armstrong, utilizing Tucker in motion. Obviously, he's such a big threat that you always have to account for him and run a little counter off of it.
Tucker, really, really strong wide receiver that Chaska's had to keep an eye on tonight. Reggie Carter, the senior running back, gets the call up the middle, and he leans ahead for a first down.
Yeah, with Chaska, obviously, the first half coming to an end, they had the big interception. You almost didn't want it go into halftime because we had all the momentum in the world. We scored 14 unanswered. So going in, you get a little cold, come back out here on a night like tonight where it's brisk, it's breezy, it's tough to fire back up.
Was 40 degrees at game time, felt like 32, so right at that freezing line. Let's see what it is now. 39, so we've only dropped a degree.
Peter Schmitz with a big-time tackle there. First time we've seen his name called. He's been a big part of this defense. Hasn't seen a ton of the field today as Chaska's chosen to go really big on the offensive line. Schmitz is one of more of their pass-rushing specialists as a defensive end.
Just 60 seconds into this third quarter. High snap, pass over the middle for Berg. At 6'5", he had it right in his hands. It was a well-placed ball by Malone, but it was knocked out. Nice defensive play by Chaska's DB, Davian Butler.
Yeah, Butler with another big play. He's had a nice game here so far tonight. They're asking a lot of their safeties, handling the slot duties, a lot of man-to-man. We've seen a little bit of cover too, but mostly it's been man-to-man. Now Harmson is traveling. He'll move inside from the cornerback position to match up with Tucker.
3 wide, one at the tight end, and in the backfield is Carter. They'll throw. Pass complete to 15. That's J.J. Wilson. Wilson going to be close to the line to gain. I think he's got it. Looks close, and they're going to give him the first down.
Yeah, they will give him the first. Good pitch and catch there by the Falcons. I would expect them to come out really pass heavy here in the second half. They haven't had a ton of success on the ground. Chaska, as I mentioned, Schmitz hasn't played too much at defensive end because they've gone heavy. They've gone Rector. They've gone Smalley. They've gone Preston Lorenz across the defensive line. So I would anticipate a lot of passing.
keeper for Malone. Gains 8.
Yeah, Armstrong moving the ball now. Josh Wadle, the sophomore phenom, outside linebacker, got sucked in a little bit by the play action. Needs to be a little bit more disciplined there and maintain the edge.
10 minutes to go, third quarter. High snap once again, handled by Malone, who hands off to Reggie Carter, who's stuffed behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Rector and Smalley started that tackle, and Ethan Perkins absolutely finished it. He came downhill quickly from the inside linebacker position and threw a heavy shoulder into the chest of the running back. Big time hit there by Ethan Perkins, setting the tone.
Armstrong's without number 8, Seth Newburn, tonight. He's out with an injury. 6'3", 185, a junior. He's an athlete, Mike. He's a quality basketball player. We know that for the Falcons. Big loss for them.
Yeah,
tackle here.
The secondary threat.
Tackle here. Carter couldn't get anywhere. Nice play by Ethan Perkins.
Yeah, I think it was actually
Kaiser.
Devin
Kaiser.
Kaiser that got downhill there. The other inside linebacker that operates with Perkins. Nice play there by getting downhill, tackling him in the backfield. Got to watch the ball here, Ryan.
4th and 1. Toss. Johnson out of bounds. Checked out. It was Carter, but a first down.
Yep, fake up the middle. Quick option outside. Anytime you get a 4th down and short, typically if you don't have edge discipline, you can get into a little trouble. Everyone expects just a quick run up the middle to try to gain the line for the first down, but they took it outside with the option.
Malone to throw to the end zone. Short. Yep. Interesting route by Marquand Tucker. He almost ran a little a post route from that corner, and
it looks
Malone
like
threw it to the pylon.
It was almost like a little bit of an option route there. Chaska came out on a cover 2 defense. Great job by Jeremy Forrest sitting down in the zone. We saw it early in the first half where Tucker was able to find a soft spot in the zone, sit down, and Malone was able to hit him. That time he sat down, and Malone didn't anticipate that. He expected him to continue to the corner.
2nd and 10. Malone going to keep, and he's brought down to the backfield. Big play once again, Caleb Rector, who's having an all-season night.
Yeah, I think that this might be the most dominating game I've seen in 4 years of calling Chaska football on the line. Caleb Rector's been an absolute force, playing nose guard, playing guard on offense. He has the tip pass. He's got 2 sacks. He's been leading the rushing attack for Reese Turner. He's been just an absolute animal.
8 minutes to go, 3rd and 10. Malone to throw, broke it up.
Great coverage there by the Hawks.
Zachary Schmidt in coverage for Chaska. Pass intended for Berg, and it drops incomplete.
Zach is one of the better athletes on this team. He's long, he's lanky. He's a great guy to have at that cornerback position because he doesn't get overwhelmed. He's willing to challenge wide receivers, as we just saw right there. Obviously, his size is nice to throw out there against the 6'5" wide receiver in Berg.
4th and long. Malone steps up in the pocket. He's going to have to take this one himself. This could come back for holding if they don't get the first down. And Chaska stops Armstrong. Looks like they'll probably decline this, assuming it's a hold.
Yep.
And the Hawks will take over on downs.
Huge stop here to start the second half. Absolutely needed it for momentum. Obviously, as I mentioned, we didn't really necessarily even want to go into halftime with all the momentum we had. But Chaska coming out here and getting the stop is so crucial. Anytime you come out in the half and you get a stop, you go get back on offense. If we can punch one in now, we're going to be cooking.
Big stop. Chaska's defense, Mike, playing the best I think they have all year, especially given the challenge of a 6-0 team coming into their house.
Yeah, tackling's been a little bit of an issue for this team. Obviously, they've dealt with some problems at Waconia. They did it at Chan as well. But they've done a great job here tonight of limiting big plays and also getting after the quarterback.
7:48 to go. Third quarter. Courtney hands off for your guy, Reese Turner. Gains 5.
Yep, Turner with a nice long 5, could be 6. Love to see him get about 15 more touches the rest of the game. Just keep handing the ball to Reese. As I mentioned, he did have that fumble last game, but he's so sure with his hands. 6'1", over 200 pounds. Once he gets downhill, he's so tough to tackle. And as the game goes on, I mentioned it last time, Ryan, he gets tougher and tougher to tackle. Third, fourth quarter, Chaska's offense just starts to wear you down, and he has the speed to pop a big one.
2nd and 4, they gave Turner an extra yard. Shotgun formation for Courtney. Hands off once again. Big block made on the outside. Turner tried to follow it but couldn't. Leo Smalley dominating his matchup, forcing him to the ground.
Yeah, the linebacker motion there really kind of got to the Hawks. Turner looked to turn that up on the inside, and now he's coming up a little bit lame. Hopefully he's going to be okay. Looks like he's shaking out an arm issue. Need him to be healthy the rest of the game.
Not a whole lot behind Turner in the running game. Obviously, their star back been handling all the work this year, has over 120 carries this season.
He's probably one of the toughest kids on the team as well. His dad, Greg, as I mentioned before, coach on the freshman team, really raised his kids right. Both Reese and Carson, great kids, and they're both tough as heck.
Penalty on the play. Looks like we have. This is coming from the back judge. Delay a game against Chaska. Play clocks are not in operation tonight, so that goes solely off of the back judge's signal.
Kind of an interesting call. Typically, you'll see the back judge put his hand up when there's 10 seconds to go. I didn't see that on that one. It seemed like a fairly quick whistle.
After the penalty, backs Chaska up by 5 yards. So 3rd and 8 instead of 3rd and 3. We'll see what Jamie Susner draws up here. Derek Hansen splits out near side for the Hawks. Courtney to keep. Cuts it back inside and regains the 5 yards lost on the previous penalty. Might have gained 6.
Yeah, kind of back to the original spot there. Maybe one extra. Smart job by the coaching staff. I'm okay with that. Obviously, I know that probably the fans would love to see him open it up there, but I'd love to see would have loved to see a long drive there as well. But honestly, it's okay. Limit mistakes, specifically inside your own 20 and inside your own 30.
Chaska up a touchdown, fails to capitalize. They're going to fake out of it now. Courtney going to keep it himself. Look at this. Courtney breaks formation and gains the first down. Hawks lined up in a punt formation. Schaefer shifted out of it, and Jamarius Courtney for the first down.
Yeah, I wanted to say I'd love to see him fake it and go after it and try to get a long drive sustained here, but I didn't, just because I'm typically a little bit more aggressive than the standard coaching staff here, but I love the call. It shows guts, it shows heart, and that's probably why they ran that running play with Courtney in the last play. They got themselves back into a 4th and manageable versus that 4th and 8 they would have been facing. So good job there by the Hawks coaching staff by being aggressive in the right spot.
5:28 to go after the keeper off the fake punt. Saw Chaska successfully complete a real fake punt last week, Mike, and this time they just audible out of it and gain the first down. Really a kick in the teeth to the Armstrong defense.
Yeah, it's so tough because you work so hard to get these stops, specifically against a running team like Chaska, who's constantly in a 3rd and short, 2nd and short situation. All of a sudden you get a stop, you anticipate getting off the field, getting a breather, maybe getting some water, and having your offense go out there and play, and extending the drive is just so big. As big as it is for field position and everything like that, it's even bigger for momentum.
Under 5 to go, 3rd quarter. Ryan and Mike with you here from a chilly Chaska High School press box. 2nd and 7. Courtney will throw to the sideline, overshot Schaefer. Schaefer was streaking directly for the sideline. Tough play to make there. Low percentage throw, but
that was a keep him honest play, Ryan.
Yep.
Armstrong's linebackers have been selling out to stop the run. They've been getting up closer and closer and closer to the line of scrimmage. The coaching staff recognize that, understand that they needed to open it up. Chaska's gone basically primarily heavy here in the second in this drive. We have only seen one wide receiver. That's been Wicker at the top of the screen. Everything else has been 2 tight end sets. Chaska's content with keeping it on the ground, but that was just a keep them honest play. Now they have to recognize it.
Hawks go tight formation on 3rd and 7. They'll hand off to Turner. Turner off the edge, bounces outside of a tackle. Turner for the first down.
Yep, nice job there by Reese. A little one-cut action as soon as he got to the edge. Planted his foot, got upfield, and he moves the sticks. Great run by Reese Turner. He's so tough to bring down. First guy rarely gets him.
First down for Reese Turner.
Right there's the cut.
Big play, really does a good job of just escaping tackles. Not just breaking tackles, but escaping them before they become real opportunities.
As I mentioned, he is about 6'1", but he's about 205, 210, and he's so tough to bring down. A lot of his weight's in the lower half.
Here he is again on first down. Brought down, big tackle made by big number 58, Terrell Prince for Robbinsdale Armstrong.
That was a nice play by Prince. It's the first time we've called his name so far. The interior line for the Hawks have done a good job of keeping him under control, but that time he won that battle.
Tackled by Dayton Frankie.
2nd and 8 after the gain of 2 for Turner, who's having a season-high night in carries to pace.
Yeah, that's it. That was the recipe for a win, Ryan. We mentioned it pregame, or not pregame, but in the first quarter. Got to get Reese 30 looks.
Courtney fakes the handoff, keeps this one at the 50-yard line. He breaks midfield and gains about 3 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and manageable for Chaska. 4th and manageable for Chaska. Oh, you're right. Third down. Third manageable.
We got 3rd manageable here. Yeah, the linebackers for Armstrong now are really keen off the guards here for Chaska. Chaska's run a ton of counter. They move their guards anytime they've been running the ball. So everything with those, like I mentioned previously, those 3, 4, 5 inside linebackers that they walk up into the box, they're just keen off of Smalley and Rector.
2:40 to go, 3rd quarter. Guards pull, handoff, Turner gains 2, a lucky 2.
Another decision here for the coaching staff. I would anticipate maybe a punt. I wouldn't mind seeing them shift into the same exact look that we saw previously, but with this wholesale change, it looks like a punt is coming. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a hard count out of this punt. You got 4 yards to gain. Maybe shift back into that formation and call a timeout out of it.
Schaefer back to punt, Wilson to receive. Schaefer takes the snap and will boot it. This is a good one. Gets caught up in the wind a little bit, takes a Chaska roll, and it will be downed inside the 10-yard line. So the 2nd punt tonight for Andrew Schaefer that's down within the 7-yard line. And Falcon football, but it's inside the 10-yard line, and they'll take over with some tough field position.
Yeah, Chaska's really controlled the field position game in this game here tonight. Obviously led by a couple big-time punts by Schaefer. He did score on that tight end, on that quick tight end pop, but his 2 punts might be just as important.
Swagelock of Minnesota, North Dakota, and Appleton are proud supporters of Chaska Hawks football. At Swagelock, our fluid system solutions are designed to perform under pressure. Just like our Hawks football team, we wish the Hawks the best of luck this season. And here comes Robbinsdale Armstrong back onto the field. Jabin Malone will throw over the middle, hauled in by Tucker, and it's a first down for Armstrong.
Yep, that gives them a little bit of
it's actually Kemple, the middle linebacker, who takes this pass.
Yeah, they use Tucker in the motion, suck the linebackers up, and then they kind of hit us with a very similar play that we scored our touchdown on, a little tight end pop. You want to pull the linebackers in, give a little bit of an opportunity to your tight end, and they had success with it.
Handoff, Carter gains 2, brought down by Schmitz.
Yep, Schmitz and is that Davion again? Or Devin Kaiser, yeah.
Kaiser, you're right.
Sorry, yep, Kaiser with another nice play. Our inside linebackers are doing the job tonight.
And Peter Schmitz.
60 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. No points so far in the 2nd half. This is Tucker who drops it. Nice out route made on the turnaround.
Yep, little hitch route there. Got to the sticks, turned around. The ball was delivered nicely by Malone. the cold weather, and obviously, like, yeah, Tucker hasn't touched the ball very much. He's got 2 catches. They've thrown to him a few extra times, but it's tough to get into a rhythm as a wide receiver when you're only seeing the ball once or twice a quarter.
Has 23 receptions for 422 yards, the leading receiver coming into the game tonight through 6 games. Option play. Malone will keep rolling out, throwing across his body over the middle. Intended for Tucker. He was bumped. The Armstrong fans want a penalty. It was close. There was some contact, but I don't think there was anything ill-advised or anything ill-intended there. It was mostly just incidental contact.
Yeah, both players have a right to the ball there. Miles Myler was getting there the exact same time as Tucker. It was a good job by him. He actually, he went for the ball. There was nothing malicious. So it was just a nice play by Myler as he went up and made a play on it. So be aware of a fake here as well.
Falcon drive stalls, so they'll show up in punt formation here on 4th and 7. They do have Kempel there calling out the formation. Good snap. Punt is away. This one is spiraling. It'll bounce at the 50-yard line and go towards the sideline at the 49. So Chaska will start with the ball inside Armstrong territory after the punt of 30 yards. And Chaska, with 37 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, will get the ball back.
Yeah, as we're about to head into this 4th quarter, I think that Coach Dahl, Jamie Susner, everyone's going to be pretty content playing the field position game here for a while. Obviously, only up 1 score, it's always dangerous, specifically with how dangerous the Falcons are with the big play in their passing attack. You'd love to punch in 1 more, but if we can play the passing or the field position game, that'd be okay.
www.chaskalaundry.com for more information.
37 ticks left, 3rd quarter on CHBN. Ryan Paul, Mike Schmid with you here, and Jamarius Courtney is with you in the quarterback position. He hands off for Reese Turner here on 1st down, who gains 7 yards. Brought down there by Armstrong after a gain, a gain of 7. Yeah.
Yep, another good rip there for Turner. So the coaching staff right now is just saying, do it again, do it again, do it again.
18 ticks left in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if Chaska will try to knock off another play. Looks like they're content to take this one to the final 12. And after 3 quarters of play, no scoring in the 3rd frame, the Hawks still hold a 14-7 lead on the undefeated Robbinsdale Armstrong Falcons. Gives us a great time to thank your locally owned Qdoba Mexican Eats in Chaska. They're a proud supporter of the Chaska Hawks football team. Don't forget, guac and queso are free on every entree, unlike some of the other guys. Remember to join Qdoba Rewards as well. You'll get a free chips and queso when you do. Stop in or order online at qdoba.com or with the Qdoba app. Jensen Decorative Concrete provides a variety of concrete services, including stamped and colored driveways, sidewalks, pool decks, patios, basements, garages, and more. Give us a call today for all your concrete needs. That's Jensen Decorative Concrete. Cottoman Orthodontics is a new Chaska location off of Engler Boulevard at 1200 Chaska Creek Way. Don't let your snaggletooth tackle your smile. Get that grin back in the pocket. With over 70 years of experience, Cottoman Ortho has your back. The Blends in Chaska is where people go for healthy, refreshing drinks and snack options. Conveniently located on the Chaska Commons just across the street. They're open 7 days a week. The Blends in Chaska. Mike, 12 minutes to go for Chaska. If you're Coach Brian Dahl, what are you saying in that huddle down there right now?
I'm saying keep rolling. Finish, 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 finish. It's been a motto within our program ever since Coach Dahl took over. It's something that they preach every single day, whether it's at practice, in the classroom, at home, on the field on Friday nights. Finish everything that you do. And this is a great opportunity here. If we can punch 1 more in, we should be okay.
Second down for Chaska in the 4th quarter. Courtney starts out with a tight formation. 1 split down is Wicker. Handoff for Turner. Turner breaks a tackle, and Turner's finally brought down, but not before getting a 1st down and more.
Yeah, Reese slips another linebacker just about 3 or 4 yards past the line of scrimmage. Offensive line doing another great job. That was something that not a lot of people will recognize, but the snap was a little low there. Jamarius Courtney did a great job of handling it and getting the ball to Turner.
Just underway in the 4th quarter. Watch CHBN.com, Chaska Hawks Broadcast Network. Hope you're enjoying tonight's coverage of Chaska Hawks football from wherever you're watching us from in the world. Ryan Paul and Mike Schmid with you here. Jamarius Courtney handles the snap, keeps it himself. He pulls this one for himself on the option, and he gains about 6 or 7.
Yep, another good start here. We had second and manageable. Good job there by Courtney getting his read. Something to recognize, as we did mention, Chaska has gone heavy the entirety of the second half here so far. Caleb Rector's moved out to essentially the tight end position right now, and he is just moving around all over the line. Anytime they need any yards, they just go right behind him. And there he is outside at the tight end position yet again.
2nd and 4. Armstrong stacks the box. Handoff. Turner through the first line. Turner to the 15-yard line, and he's finally forced down there.
Great run by Reese. If he would have popped that one the other way, he might have had 6, but we'll definitely take 15 there.
Good play for the Hawks, and an injured Falcon is forced to come off. Terrell Prince heads to the sideline.
Yeah, Prentice there, the sophomore, number 64, absolutely moved the line of scrimmage. Him and Rector tag team a couple of guys, really opened up that hole for Turner. Great job there. He's somebody to really watch growing up in the program. He's about 6'3", 250 right now. Quiet kid, great kid though. Very good wrestler. Extremely talented across the line. He's going to be probably their best lineman next year going forward.
10:18 to go. Chaska threatening here on 1st and 10. Quick sprint for Turner. Gain of a couple. So what's on the line here tonight, Mike? Chaska, who currently sits at 3rd in the Suburban White in Section 2-5A. They would be about right at the 3 spot right now. You have Mankato West, who's dominating the season once again, will be probably number 1. Chanhassen, who's having a quality year and has the head-to-head on Chaska, will sit at number 2. Waconia in there as well. So we'll see where Chaska's at 2 or 3.
Honestly,
or 3 or 4, rather.
In regards to that, like, you want to get as many home games as possible, but the bigger thing here is beating a 6-0 team where you're an underdog. Like, you get that momentum and carry that into sections, and that just gives you the ability to beat anybody because you have that confidence.
Courtney to the edge, close to the first down. He's pushed out at the 5. See if they get the line for the fresh set of downs or not. They're going to say no. It's 3rd down and a couple of hairs.
It's on the line, so they should have it. Apparently it's just beyond the 5.
3rd down. But like we said, Mike, Chaska, who has St. Louis Park next week, a struggling team, this would be a big win for them tonight, just aside of the fact that Armstrong's 6-0.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's more momentum than it is anything about seeding. It just gives you confidence that you can go and beat anybody in the state.
Low snap once again. Turner going to be close. Going to be close. Flag comes in late on the far sideline.
He might have a face mask call here.
If this is a flag against Armstrong, which I think it is out there on the far side, this would be killer. Sideline infraction against the Falcons. Sideline warning. No harm, no foul. 4th, and Chaska actually looks like they lost a yard or half a yard. So 4th and short, and on comes the field goal unit.
This is another situation where you don't often see a hard count in a field goal setup, but I wouldn't hate to see it, and then maybe Chaska utilizing a timeout because Armstrong's going to come firing out trying to block this ball.
The hold by Hansen is good. This one's pulled. Quinn Myers is unsuccessful on the 23-yard field goal attempt.
Yeah, Nevin just got...
check that, Nevin Krause.
Yeah, he just got out in front of that one a little bit. Drifted just over the top of the left upright. Tough break here for the Hawks, but at least they got him pinned deep.
Tough situation, obviously, in high school football. Your hash marks are so wide. Mm-hmm. You obviously have the wider goalpost, but, I mean, you're kicking that ball across your body for sure.
Yeah, I mean, in those situations, you'd almost rather, just take 5-yard penalty to give yourself, yes, it is a longer field goal, but you give yourself a not quite a sharp angle. But Chaska's going to have to deal with this now as Armstrong takes over on the 20.
That one hurts a little bit for the Hawks. Armstrong takes over after the empty possession for Chaska. This ball is batted at the line of scrimmage and incomplete. Armstrong has really struggled to get the ball to Marquand Tucker tonight, who is their leading receiver, and Chaska's done a phenomenal job shutting him down both at the line of scrimmage and out on the defensive side.
Yeah, they're doing everything they can. This time it was Peter Schmitz with a nice play getting his hands up to knock that ball down.
8:48 to go, clock stop. Both teams 3 timeouts still. Bad snap, this is over Malone's head. He's forced to fall on it in the fetal position at the 5-yard line. So it's a 15-yard loss on the bad snap, and it's a break for Chaska. Will bring up 3rd and a long way to go for Armstrong.
A little bit of a wholesale change here. Reese Turner coming in as an extra pass rusher. Smalley and Rector in there on the D-line. Got to be aware of a screen here. Got to be aware of a screen if you're the Hawks. Ethan Perkins, I'm sure the coaching staff's calling it out right now. Perkins playing middle linebacker at about 6 or 7 deep. Got to be watching that.
Malone to throw. Finds an option over the middle. And it's Cade Berg at the 25, who's wrangled down by a slew of Chaska Hawks. It'll bring up 4th and 5. So the bad snap really hurts Armstrong here. Jeremy Forrest on the tackle on the play, but I mean, if you're Armstrong, you needed a first down on that possession, and the botch snap really screwed you.
Yeah, that was tough for Armstrong. Obviously, the ball went right through Malone's hands, up over his head. He had nothing to do, or he had no other option but to slide and go get it. Chaska's got to be aware of a fake punt situation here with 7:30 left. They've got the 7-point lead. Armstrong seems content to punt, but you have to be aware of it.
Punts away, spiraling punt. Chaska has nobody back deep to receive it. They'll let this one bounce as far as it wants. Back to the 39-yard line, and they'll take over there. So Chaska avoids any points being put on the board, partially in thanks to a bad snap by Armstrong on 2nd down. And with 7:09 to go, Chaska will take back over with the football on the 39-yard line.
Yeah, Armstrong so far tonight hasn't done the little things necessary to win, so Chaska's been able to take advantage of it, and they got to finish now.
AMIC provides the leadership and guidance clients deserve to make the remodeling process as minimally invasive as possible. Each home they remodel is one of a kind. Their talented team of architects, designers, engineers, and project developers carefully listen to how you live and then work together to ensure you enjoy your home for even more years to come. Visit amicinc.com for more information now. So a bit of a stalemate here, scoring-wise. No points put up in the second half so far. Armstrong struck on their first possession for 7 points. Haven't done anything with the football since. Chaska has 2 touchdowns, both in the first half. Reese Turner, who's been getting the ball a lot tonight, Mike, gains a half-yard on first down.
Yeah, Armstrong's kind of modified their defense here in the second half as Chaska's gone heavy. They've gone 5 defensive linemen and only 2. They're giving more of a standard 5-2 look instead of that 3-5 look. Just going run heavy, anticipating Turner getting the ball every time. So Chaska's going to have to adapt to that as Armstrong's gone really heavy here in the second half.
6:39 to go in regulation. Armstrong 6-0, Chaska 4-2. Courtney going to pull, throw this one as he's falling away. Has Schaefer downfield and he brings it in. What a throw, what a catch. Courtney to Schaefer for a first down.
Great throw there by Courtney, little back. Off the back of off his back foot, just floats it out, puts air underneath it. Schaefer's able to run underneath it and grab it. Big time catch there by Schaefer. And that also just makes the linebackers remain more honest, opening up room for the running game. Chaska's done a great job with the game plan so far. Got to give kudos to the offensive coaching staff.
Nate Albrecht in coverage couldn't handle Chaska's slippery Andrew Schaefer. Got free and caught the ball for a first down. 6 minutes to go and running. Handoff to Turner. Bounces off a tackle, and then he's pile-driven into the ground by Langdon College.
Yeah, Reese absolutely smoked Drew Kumpel as he tried to come up and make the tackle. The second guy was able to stand up Reese after the big collision, but Chaska only gains 1 there. They're going to have to start getting themselves into more 2nd and 3rd and manageable here if they want to continue this drive.
Second and 9. Game that's moved pretty fast, Mike. Only 8:40 here, local time. Still 5 minutes to go in regulation. Turner bounces off another tackle once again, and he's met there by Ben Stark. Actually, check that. He's met there by Jack Bailey.
Yep, so now we got a 3rd and 6 situation. It should be, gosh, at this spot in the field, it might be 2-down territory depending on what we get out of this play. I would anticipate maybe a fake give to Turner. Jamarius should have a little bit of room to operate if he gets a good read.
Third and 6 for Chaska. The Armstrong fans are on their feet. Chaska's fans rousing as well. Courtney going to keep it. Has to escape a tackle, but he's going to be driven back. The whole Armstrong front sniff that one out, and Jamarius Courtney goes nowhere on 3rd down.
Yeah, that was probably a give there for Courtney, a little inside read option. I don't know if Turner would have had much space either. As basically an all-out blitz here by Armstrong, but linebackers coming downhill. Looks like Turner might have been able to get a few yards, but regardless, I would anticipate maybe a late timeout here call in a punt. Hopefully Schaefer's got one more great punt in him. Get him inside the 10 and have the defense go hold.
Under 4 minutes to go in the regulation period. Both teams 3 timeouts still. Wilson back deep, but Chaska will check out of it. Wicker knows he's open. He wanted Courtney to snap the ball. Near side, Wicker in the wide receiver formation. Chaska will go hard count, and they'll audible out of it. Timeout, no, delay a game. And Brian Dahl says that's okay. We'll punt the ball.
Yeah, Schaefer's been so good so far. He's going to have to do another one. Obviously, the directional kicks have been huge with Cordell Wilson. We mentioned how big of a game breaker he is returning this kick. So Schaefer's going to have another great directional kick. And hopefully Schmitz, the long snapper, will be able to get down there quick and maybe disrupt something.
Chaska, a team who coming into the game tonight was 40% on 4th down, converted that fake punt last week, had a option out of a punt this week. Schaefer's punt is away. This is another beautiful one. Let's hope it just doesn't go into the end zone. And it nearly is strung out, but it falls into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Great pursuit made by the junior Caleb Schmidt.
Yep. Yeah, Caleb's been a long snapper since last year. He does a good job as an athlete. He operates as a backup inside linebacker, but he's quick and good for his size, so he's able to get downfield quickly, which is always a nice weapon to have your long snapper be able to be the first guy downfield.
So 3.5 to go. Armstrong will start on the 20. It's the most important offensive possession of the game so far for the Falcons, and you'd have to imagine this will be a very important one for Chaska on defense.
Yeah, Chaska's just got to stay the course. They've got to get a lot of pressure here on Malone up the middle. That's what's caused them so much trouble. Anticipate a lot of quick passes here from Armstrong, though.
High snap, Malone recovers, gets it to his running back, Carter, and Carter spurts ahead. Gain of 4.
Yep, quick little scamper. Nice job by Malone to handle that snap, specifically after the last possession.
Gain of 6, actually. Give him a couple extra yards after the push. Armstrong will go a hurry up. We saw him do this a lot in the first half, not so much so far in the second half. 3 minutes and ticking. They'll hand off. Nope, it's Malone who's going to keep it. Malone gets through the first line, lowers his shoulder, gets the first down, and he's brought down by a couple of Hawks. But that's an energizing play for Armstrong, and their fans recognize that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you come out and they anticipate the pass here with just under 3 to play, but Falcons have kept the ball on the ground, and they've ripped off a couple decent chunk plays.
Time running out for Armstrong. They're only down 1 score, though. They need to move the football. Malone going to keep again. This time not so successful, but he still gains a couple, and that's a chunk play that Armstrong will take in this situation.
Yeah, good job there by Josh Wadle of the Hawks defense to maintain outside leverage, utilizing the inside help of the inside linebackers to come downhill and make that play. And you don't like giving up 4 at a time, but it's okay right now.
2.5 to go. Armstrong goes 3 wide, 1 in the backfield. Throw, quick over the middle, batted once again, and is picked off. Tipped pass and interception. Carl Goland had a great week last week, gets the biggest play of the night for the Hawks tonight. The Chaska Junior turns over Armstrong.
Carl Goland, former quarterback, now playing outside linebacker. We mentioned we always put our best athletes at outside linebacker. Carl Goland's going to be a crucial part of the basketball team going forward this year. I know the coaching staff's excited about him on the hard court. He goes up there, gets a block and a rebound, and Chaska's now in business. 2:18 to go. Chaska up 14-7. I absolutely love it.
Golan elevates like he's blocking a shot on the basketball court, bats it down, can of corn, Hawks football.
What a play by Carl. Actually, the entire defensive line and the outside linebackers have done such a good job of getting their hands up on these quick passing plays. They've knocked down 3 or 4 passes, and it's led to 2 picks.
First interception of the year for Gulland. Allows Turner some more action, and he bangs ahead for a gain of 9. Have an injury on the field.
Turner went down there a little hard as well. Good to see him be able to pop up. But,
established in 2013 and located in downtown Chaska, Inkheart Tattoo offers a wide variety of services for tattoos, piercing, and other fine body jewelry. All of our experienced tattoo artists are piercers are licensed, trained technicians, and they're regulated by the Minnesota Department of Health to ensure a clean, safe environment. Schedule an appointment today at inkheartmn.com. Located at the Chaska Curling and Event Center, Crooked Pine Ale House is the perfect restaurant for a night out with friends, with family, or your team after a big win. From their classic pub furnishings and finishes to fresh recipes and authentic smiles, everything at the Crooked Pine is the real deal. You've found your neighborhood gathering place. We'll see you at the Pint. When it comes to printing and copying, no job is too big or small. With digital printing and copying from the UPS store in Chaska, we can handle all of your printing needs. The injured Falcon is up, and Chaska has 2 minutes and 12 seconds to steal this one away, Mike.
Yeah, that was Terrell Prince, the 5'9", 300-pound fire hydrant that's been playing nose guard here for Armstrong tonight. Good to see him pop up. He looks to be okay. Chaska's got a 2nd and 2 situation now. Love to see Turner go get it.
Handoff up the middle for Turner. Rolls around for a gain of a first down.
Yep, good first down run there by Reese. It's 2 or 3 hard-fought yards, and yep, they're going to be moving the sticks, get the clock running. We're down under 2 minutes.
Armstrong's got 2 timeouts left. Head coach Jack Nagan's not in a hurry to call him yet.
I don't know what he's waiting for right now.
Armstrong 6-0. Hawks looking to hand them their first loss of the year. It'd be biggest win of the year, no doubt, for Chaska. Once again, Turner the handoff. Boy, like you said, he's got to be approaching 35 carries.
Yeah, I mean, it's Jack Boyle-like, and I remember the name now. I had it, like I said, in the first quarter, but yeah, it's very similar to what we saw with Jack Boyle last year. And Reese is almost a clone of Jack. He might have a little bit more breakaway speed, not taking anything away from the running back from last year in Boyle, but Turner's done a great job of just being the workhorse of this offense.
Second timeout of the half for Armstrong. They've got 1 left. Be a tough loss for Armstrong, but definitely not a season-ending loss. They next week go to Spring Lake Park.
Yeah, it's good. It's one of those things that as a coaching staff, you can almost utilize it more as a wake-up call than anything else. If you're going to lose a game, you might as well get it out of the way now. Very similar to Chaska when we won state a few years ago. We needed that one wake-up loss. It was actually to Armstrong, I believe. So, I mean, it's one of those things where sometimes it's okay to drop one just because it makes you that much hungrier.
So 90 seconds left here. Teams will break the huddle on 2nd and 7 on this chilly night. Want to give a big thank you to the Chaska Booster Club and the concessionaires tonight for bringing up, I had to have been 10 hot chocolates for all the workers in the booth below us and the staff up here on top. Pretty chilly night. Obviously a great evening for Hawks football. It's football weather. Broken play. Courtney's going to keep it himself and make something out of nothing.
Hold on to the ball. Hold on to the ball.
He keeps getting pushed forward, and it's a first down for Chaska. Brian Dahl's fired up. A broken play leads to a scrum and a first down for the Hawks.
Yep, the offensive line really went to work there. Obviously, I don't know who turned the wrong way. It was either Jamarius or Reese ran the wrong way, but the offensive line, the big hogs up front, were able to make it work, and that is going to be the ball game.
You can really feel it now with this Chaska energy. Not a full house tonight. It's just too cold for that, frankly.
Yeah.
But the Chaska coaching staff was fired up. The bench was fired up. And the students are getting into it now. With under a minute to go, Chaska can kneel on this one and put the ball game away. Hawks hand Armstrong their first loss of the season, and it'll be a timeout from Armstrong just to pour some salt in their own wound, I guess. But a 14-7 score. Chaska downs the Falcons. Big win.
Yeah, Ryan, like honestly, it's bigger than one game. This is confidence, this is momentum. This is just a show that when Chaska shows up, they can compete with anybody, they can beat anybody. They handled Armstrong's passing attack so well. They took away the big play ability. Obviously, they gave up a touchdown on the Falcons' first drive, but they've shut them down the final, I don't even know, 48 minutes in a game. They shut them down the final 43 minutes. So Chaska's defense really came out to play. They got after the pass rusher. When they weren't able to get home, the D-line got their hands up and made plays. The DBs stuck with all of these great wide receivers from Armstrong. The O-line did their job, and Reese Turner really pounded the ball down the middle and really enforced his will.
Chaska goes to St. Louis Park next week, a St. Louis Park team that's kind of rebuilding, as we've been rebuilding for the last couple of years, but they've struggled this year so far. And the Hawks will head into section playoffs after next week, hoping for a home game. They should get a home game. We'll see to make sure, but MEA week being next week, the Hawks play on Wednesday in St. Louis Park. We'll let you know if there's a live stream for that. I believe there may be. But while we have the time, Mike, want to say thanks to you for joining us this season. Hopefully we'll be back for a section playoff game. Not 100% on that yet. Want to thank Brett Johnson, who's been fantastic on production this year. Todd Grover, who's on the camera. And as the clock winds down, the Chaska Hawks have downed the Robbinsdale Armstrong Falcons and hand them their first loss of the season. The Hawks win their 5th game of the year.
Yeah, they really did. They did everything right tonight. Punting, kick returns, all the small things. They took care of business. I think they might have had one penalty on the night. Yeah. I don't even know if yes, I believe they had one false start.
One penalty on the night, and then they did have a sideline penalty. But other than that,
that was picked up.
Yeah.
So I mean, they played an extremely clean game, which is what you need to do whenever you're facing a top 5 team in the state. So kudos to the coaching staff. They got the guys ready, which is always difficult, specifically coming off of a homecoming. And the seniors took care of business tonight. Caleb Rector, like I said, he played probably the most dominating game I've seen an offensive or defensive lineman play since we've been doing this, Ryan. Reese Turner, I mean, we've already said enough about him. He did an amazing job. Jamarius Courtney took care of the ball. Andrew Schaefer had a couple of big plays in the passing game, and his 2 punts were absolutely crucial. Just across the board, the entire team did a great job.
Schaefer and Turner, the touchdown scorers for Chaska, and the Hawks head to their student section. What a win for Chaska. Chaska once again goes to St. Louis Park on a Wednesday as part of MEA week, and then it's section playoff time. If Chaska gets a home game, we plan to stream it for you. Details will be passed along on the appropriate channels. But for now, we'll be saying goodnight from Chaska High School. Want to say thanks once again to everybody involved with this season of Chaska Hawks football. Tony and Michelle Schaefer, Coach Brian Dahl, Keela Rector, everybody involved. Downstairs, Brett Johnson, who's bared some terrible weather with us this weekend, as well as Todd Grover. Mike Schmid, Ryan Paul saying so long tonight from Chaska High School. The Hawks win big against Armstrong. 14-7, the Falcons fall for the first time this year. Have a great night,